Another tear through the stars, another thread stitched across the void. Galaxy 9, Eltiensleen, a frozen world wrapped in endless blue sky. I don't know what waits for me here, but I feel it, watching already. The ship shudders against the cold winds, fighting every inch as it pushes toward the surface. Below, a white world stretches endlessly, a frozen planet of silence and memory. Every gust feels like the simulation itself trying to push me back, but I hold course. The moment my boots sink into the snow, it hits me. The silence isn't empty, it's waiting. A frozen world under a sky too blue, too perfect, like the simulation forgot how to fake weather properly. Every breath leaves a trail behind me, already fading in the cold. I've crossed 9 galaxies now, 9 markers in a universe that refuses to stay still. But this place feels different. The snow crunches beneath my feet, but it sounds wrong. Too sharp, too loud. Almost like something is listening, memorizing every step I take. Telemon hums softly in my ear, running environmental scans. Sentinels active, it warns. Of course they are. The Atlas never lets its prisoners wander too far without the guards watching. But what about me? Am I a prisoner too? Or am I the glitch the Atlas forgot to erase? I move forward, one step at a time. Everywhere I look, it's the same. Endless white stretching under a too perfect sky. The kind of landscape that feels peaceful until you realize you're completely alone. The creatures here, they're different too. But when I spot them, they seem blurred, like they're stuck between frames, as if the simulation can't quite decide what they're supposed to be. And the flora, vibrant, alive, almost too alive for a planet frozen under this much silence. I brush my hand against one of the plants. Shudders, not from the wind, but like it's breathing. It's like this whole world is pretending, struggling to hold its shape under the weight of something unseen. Every galaxy, every step forward, I feel it getting worse. The Atlas code is starting to crack around me, and whatever watches from the gaps in the simulation, it's getting closer. The Sentinels roam here too, silent, unblinking. Their movements are sharp, mechanical, almost like they're not patrolling, they're searching. Sometimes I wonder if they know what I'm carrying, if they recognize the fragments buried deep in my suit, the echoes stitched into my very code. The snow crunches under my boots, but it's not just the cold that bites, it's the weight. The weight of memories that don't belong to me, pulling at the edges of my mind. There's something buried here. Something that hums just beneath the frozen crust, waiting. I can feel it. A pulse syncing with my own heartbeat, dragging me closer. I scan the horizon. Nothing but endless fields of snow. And yet the feeling doesn't fade. Each step forward feels heavier, like the world itself is trying to hold me in place. Like something beneath the surface remembers me, even though I've never been here before. The Sentinels hover in the distance, their lights flickering in the cold air, like distant stars gone wrong. They don't approach, but they don't leave either. Watching, always watching. In the static hum of my suit, a voice crackles. No words, just sound. Like a heartbeat wrapped in static. The signal again, stronger now. Every galaxy I cross, every world I touch, the trail grows colder, yet somehow closer. It's like chasing a ghost through a labyrinth of dying stars. The wind howls across the frozen plains, carving scars into the snow that will vanish by morning. Each step I take feels heavier here, like the planet itself resists being remembered. Telemon scans the atmosphere, but all it picks up is static. No ruins, no wrecks, just endless cold and the silence between heartbeats. And yet I can feel it. buried not in the ground, but in the code itself. This world remembers something it was never meant to. Every flake of snow underfoot feels like a fragment of a memory I can't reach. Another glitch stitched into the seams of the simulation. I'm not just crossing a galaxy anymore. I'm crossing into places the Atlas tried to forget. Sometimes I wonder if I'm really moving forward at all, or if I'm just treading the same broken circle over and over. The landscapes change, the creatures shift, but the feeling stays. Like I'm chasing echoes of someone who already walked this path long ago. Maybe another traveler who thought they could outrun the simulation's collapse. Maybe another me. The static in my comms rises again, faint, almost musical. A signal half remembered, half dreamed. Doctor Konnichiwa. A name stitched into the dying breath of 1,000 forgotten worlds. It's subtle at first, a flicker in the snow, a breath of wind that stutters instead of flowing. The ground beneath my boots feels a fraction, too soft, like the simulation forgot how weight should work here. I tell myself it's nothing, just the cold, the isolation, the endless white playing tricks. But then I catch it again. A shadow that doesn't belong to anything. A tree that sways when there's no breeze. It's like this planet remembers another version of itself. A fractured dream, replaying pieces of lives and landscapes that no longer fit. Maybe I'm not the only one unraveling. Maybe the simulation itself is starting to lose its grip. Or maybe this world sees me, and it's trying to warn me. I move carefully now. Each step feels heavier, like I'm sinking into someone else's memories. The snow hides the past, but I can feel it. Like bones beneath the ice, not bodies, but memories, events, moments that never fully faded. Telemon keeps scanning, keeps insisting all systems are nominal. But even its voice sounds strained, like it's buffering reality in real time. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch glimpses. Creatures half-formed, flickering between frames like corrupted data. Sentinels, too, moving slower than they should, as if the simulation can barely render them now. This world, this galaxy, it's not just a backdrop, it's becoming aware. And if that's true, what happens when it notices me properly? The base computer hums quietly in front of me. Another mark carved into the endless cold. Another breadcrumb left for anyone, or anything, still out there watching. Every time I plant one of these terminals, it's like I'm pinning a piece of myself to the map. A signal flare in the dark saying, I was here, I made it this far. 9 galaxies now, each one stranger than the last. Each one pulling me deeper into something I still can't fully see. The stars feel different here, colder, sharper, as if even the light is holding its breath, waiting for something. But I don't have time to wait. The base is set. The journey continues. I sometimes wonder if these outposts I build are really for survival, or just anchors, tiny weights to keep me from drifting away entirely. Each wall, each roof, another reminder that I still exist inside all this cold, endless code. But deep down, I know the truth. I'm not just surviving. I'm leaving marks behind. Proof. Evidence. The Atlas tried to create perfection. But perfection is sterile. It forgets. It loops. It resets. But these bases, they're scars across the simulation's skin. Unforgettable. I feel it every time I lay down a floor panel or weld a support beam into place. Like the universe stutters for a fraction of a second, as if it's trying to resist me. And that's how I know I'm still doing something real. The simulation is starting to feel thinner here. The air, the ground beneath my feet. It's all fragile. Like one wrong step could tear through the sky itself. Sometimes when I hammer the frame of a shelter into place, I swear I see it. Little fractures spidering out across the horizon, gone the second I blink. Not enough to collapse everything yet, but enough to remind me this reality is stitched together by something tired, something fraying, and whatever's watching from behind it, it's starting to notice me too. The universe feels thinner here, like the simulation is wearing out, stretched too far, stitched too roughly. I hear static where there should be silence, see flickers where there should be nothing. Every step forward pulls me deeper into something I don't understand. Forgotten code, a memory written before memory itself. The signal isn't leading anymore. It's circling, watching, waiting. Whatever's at the end of this trail, it already knows I'm coming, and it's not afraid. I think about the others sometimes, the ones who must have come before me, the ones who didn't make it. Were they erased? Or did they simply forget they were searching? The Atlas loops. The Void Mother whispers. And somewhere in between, travelers are caught, rewritten, lost. Maybe that's why the signal feels broken. Maybe it's stitched together from the voices of those who failed. But I'm still here, still carving a path across galaxies no one was meant to cross. And every echo I leave behind, it's a reminder. The end hasn't caught me yet. But lately, the galaxies feel different. There's a tension now, like the simulation itself is holding its breath. Small things, a ripple in the clouds, a star that flickers too long, creatures that hesitate when they see me. The Atlas built order. The Void Mother breeds chaos, and somewhere between them, the code is tearing. Not loudly, not yet, but like a hairline crack in glass, spreading wider with every step I take. Maybe I'm not just walking through this universe. Maybe I'm breaking it. Sometimes I wonder if every step forward is another piece of myself slipping away. The simulation adapts. I see it now. Textures glitch at the edge of my vision. Sounds loop and fracture, like the world can't quite remember how it's supposed to exist. And in the static of it all, a name keeps surfacing. Doctor Konnichiwa. Not shouted, not spoken, just breathed, softly, like a memory trying not to be forgotten. Sometimes I think the simulation is trying to erase me, patch over the crack I've torn across its surface. Little things. Creatures flicker when I look too close. The sky twitches at the corner of my vision. The feeling that I'm being followed. But when I turn, there's nothing there. It's subtle, but it's getting worse. The deeper I go, the harder it fights to keep its secrets buried. And maybe that's the proof I needed all along. If there was nothing to find, why try so hard to hide it? The number keeps pulsing in the corners of corrupted data. 19, not random, not a glitch. It's stitched into the universe like a scar, hidden between the Atlas's scripted patterns. Every base I place, every step I take, it's like the fabric of reality strains a little more. I don't know if it's trying to warn me or welcome me. Either way, it knows I'm here, and it's waiting. The Atlas speaks in 16, the Void whispers in 19, and somewhere between them, caught in the static, is me. Doctor Konnichiwa, not a hero, not a savior, just a glitch in a dying dream, walking toward a truth even the creators abandoned. Each galaxy leaves a scar. Each step carves a deeper line across the stars. The simulation strains under the weight of my journey. I feel it in the way the storms hesitate, the way the sentinels linger too long, the way the light fractures when I'm not looking. Maybe I'm not just surviving. Maybe I'm wearing down the edges of a universe that was never meant to last this long. Sometimes I catch myself wondering, was this ever truly my journey? Or was I placed here like a pawn moving across a crumbling board? Every signal I follow, every base I leave behind. It's like I'm tracing the memory of someone who was never meant to forget. Maybe the simulation isn't just decaying. Maybe it's remembering. And in that remembering, it's pulling me deeper into its broken heart. The Atlas speaks in red. The Void Mother, they say, speaks in purple. But out here, in the deep silence between galaxies, the colors blur, the voices bleed together. Not a warning, not a threat. Something older, a call to remember, or a plea not to forget. And still I move forward, not because I trust the path, but because standing still feels like fading away. There are things the simulation can't hide. The subtle way the stars shiver. The ground hums with a memory too old to belong here. Telemon hums quietly in the background, masking its concern with static reports and meaningless scans. But I can feel it. A crack in the sky, a distortion in the soil. Something is waking up. And it's not the Atlas. It's something that remembers a universe before the Atlas ever dreamed. Each base I leave behind, each signal I follow. It's like threading a needle through broken glass. The further I go, the stranger the echoes become. Galaxies that ripple when I step. Creatures that watch but never blink. I'm not just surviving anymore. I'm trespassing. Moving through memories that don't want to be remembered. And somewhere out there, past all the static and decay, something waits. Maybe it's not the galaxies that are broken. Maybe it's me. Maybe every time I cross a threshold, some piece of who I was fractures just a little more. But if that's true, then whatever's waiting at the end of this journey, it won't find the same Doctor Konnichiwa it set in motion. It'll find someone who saw the cracks, walked through the storms, and refused to look away. Someone who became the echo it could never silence. Each galaxy leaves a scar, not on my body, on my mind. The stars may change, but the weight never lifts. Somewhere between the jump points and the frozen plains, I stopped being a traveler and became something else. An echo with a heartbeat, a ghost carrying a name stitched into broken code. Doctor Konnichiwa, a title, a memory, or a warning. I don't know anymore, but I know this. I have to keep going. Maybe that's why I keep marking these places. Not because I believe in survival, but because I believe in memory. A beacon in the storm, a flicker against the endless dark. Every base, every step, every galaxy, they're not just milestones, they're defiance. Proof that even in a broken simulation, something still fights to be remembered. Even if that something is me. I used to think reaching the next galaxy would feel like a victory, but now every step forward feels heavier. Like I'm dragging the weight of forgotten worlds behind me. Like the universe itself is getting tired. Every time I place a beacon, every time I build a shelter against the void, I'm not just surviving. I'm leaving a trail, a memory stitched into broken skies and frozen ground. Maybe no one else will ever find them. Maybe that's not the point. Maybe it's enough that I tried. Because somewhere beyond the silence, beyond the stars, something is still watching, waiting, remembering. The air inside the base feels different, thicker somehow, like the walls are holding back more than just the cold. Each step forward feels less like progress and more like unraveling. The simulation adapts, twists, hides its seams behind flickering stars and perfect skies. But cracks are starting to show, not in the structures I build, in the reality itself. Maybe that's why I'm still moving. Not to build, not to survive, but to catch the truth before it slips away again. The walls hum faintly, a background pulse that isn't mechanical. It's the universe itself, whispering, shifting, testing me. Every base, every step. It's like leaving fingerprints on the surface of a mirror that's trying to forget I ever existed. And still, I push forward. Not because I believe the signal will save me, but because it's the only way out. Beyond these walls, the storm waits. Beyond this galaxy, more riddles, more echoes. But here, in this moment, there's a sliver of quiet, a rare peace in a universe that forgot how to offer it. The deeper I travel, the thinner the boundary becomes, not just between galaxies, but between what's real and what's rewritten. I see it now, in the flicker of stars, in the stutter of time, in the way my own memories feel less like mine, and more like pages torn from someone else's story. And yet, I choose to move forward. Not because I have to, because I must. The signal demands it. The truth demands it. And maybe deep down, so do I. The path isn't just written in the stars anymore. It's carved into me. Every choice, every breath, etched deeper into a universe. That's trying so hard to forget itself. But I won't let it. Not while I can still move. Not while I can still remember. I was built to endure. And if this is a dream stitched together by dying machines, then I'll be the one who refuses to wake up. For a moment, I let it all fall away. The snow outside, the stars above, the weight of it all. Just silence and breath. 8 galaxies behind me, 1,000 questions ahead, and a journey that refuses to let me go. I don't know what Galaxy 10 will bring, but I know this. I won't stop. I can't stop. If you're still here, still watching, then you're part of this story now too. And together, we'll see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Subscribe and follow the journey. Doctor Konnichiwa is just getting started.